When was the last time you felt proud of yourself without needing something big to happen? Not a promotion, not a perfect result, just you noticing you. Most of us don't do that. We wait. I'll be proud when I finally get there. But you are already doing things that deserve to be seen. Like waking up when your body feels heavy and still choosing to get up. No one notices, but you did it. Or finishing something small, even when you didn't feel motivated. That's not dramatic, but it's real. You complete something, and instead of pausing, you move on. Your mind goes straight to what's missing. You don't give yourself 1 second to say, I did that. I've done this too. My mind would always say, it could have been better. Maybe you know that voice. It quietly takes things away from you, even your own progress. So over time, you keep trying, but inside it still feels like you're not doing enough. Not because you aren't growing, but because you never stop long enough to recognize it. Being proud of yourself sounds simple, but when you actually try, it feels unfamiliar. Do I really deserve this? So you wait for something bigger. But what if that moment never feels the way you expect? What if you reach it and your mind just moves the finish line again? I remember trying to be consistent. I told myself, if I show up every day for a week, I'll feel proud. I did it, but on the 7th day, my mind said, it's only 1 week. Anyone can do that. And just like that, the feeling disappeared. Inside, I was back at 0. Maybe you felt that too. Part of it comes from quiet comparison. You scroll, you see someone doing more. Suddenly your own effort looks smaller. But there's another layer, the way you talk to yourself. If someone else did exactly what you did today, would you say, that doesn't count? Or would you say, hey, that actually matters? That inner voice is constant. It shapes what you believe you deserve to feel. So even when you do something good, a part of you blocks the feeling, as if pride must be earned through perfection. So you stay in between, working, improving, but never allowing yourself to feel like it counts. Maybe the real question isn't why am I not doing enough? It's why do I keep taking it away from myself? Real growth is quiet. Sometimes it looks like almost reacting the way you used to and then stopping, just for a second. That pause didn't exist before. That's change. Or handling something a little more calmly. Not perfect, but different. That matters. Or simply trying again. Not because you're confident, but because you didn't quit. It feels normal, and that's why you overlook it. But growth hides in repetition, in small decisions, in how you show up on ordinary days. I remember someone saying, nothing in my life has really changed. But when they described their day, everything was different. Waking up earlier, finishing tasks they used to avoid, yet they still felt nothing had changed, because there was no big moment, just small shifts repeated over time. That's where many get stuck. If the you from a year ago could see you now, not your results, just how you keep going, they'd be surprised. Maybe even proud. But you don't feel that, because you're too close. You only see what's missing. So look at your life through patterns, not big outcomes. Ask yourself, do I handle things a little better than before? Do I recover faster? Do I try again more often? If the answer is even slightly yes, that's the direction of your life changing. The strongest version of you isn't built in one big moment. It's being built right now. Most people aren't lacking discipline. They're lacking recognition. They're doing things, but because they never acknowledge it, their mind believes nothing is happening. That turns into a quiet exhaustion. The feeling of, what's the point? This is where a small shift changes a lot. Learning to respect your own effort. Just honestly. Being proud of yourself isn't arrogance. It's simply saying, I see what I'm doing. If you've spent a long time being hard on yourself, this can feel unnatural. You might think, if I acknowledge myself, I'll become lazy. But the opposite is true. People who never feel enough burn out the fastest, always chasing, never arriving. I've seen this in myself. The shift didn't come from doing more. It came from pausing. After finishing something, I stayed and said quietly, okay, I did that. No celebration, just recognition. It felt small at first, but over time, it changed how I experience my own life. Your brain learns from repetition. If you constantly ignore your effort, your brain learns this doesn't matter. But if you start noticing even a little, your brain registers progress. That builds self-respect. So when you finish something, pause. When you try again, notice it. When you handle something better, just say, that's different. No one else sees the small decisions you make every day. If you don't recognize them, no one will. And over time, you'll start to feel invisible, even to yourself. But you're not. You've been there the whole time. You don't need permission to be proud of yourself. Not from results, not from some future perfect version of you, because if you keep waiting, you might wait forever. Your mind will keep changing the rules. The feeling never arrives. That's the quiet trap. You think pride is earned at the end, but really, it's what allows you to keep going. It's part of the process. So tonight, choose one small thing maybe no one else would notice, and say quietly, I'm proud of myself for this. Because you are trying. Even on messy days. Even when you doubt yourself. You are still here. That matters. We're all learning to see ourselves more clearly. Take care.